First ever countywide mural festival hosted in New York State happened in Livingston County during July of 2022. The Livco Walls Mural Festival welcomed 9 international artists to paint large-scale murals in each of the 9 villages of Livingston County. The 9 villages of Livingston County are Avon, Caledonia, Dansville, Geneseo, which we're spotlighting in this video, Leicester, Lima, Livonia, Mount Morris, and Nunde. Each community has a charming downtown district where the mural is located. These downtowns are pedestrian friendly and easy to navigate, and each is lined with historic sites, small shops, and eateries. I do have some of these towns and their murals spotlighted on this channel, so I'll make sure to link them below in the description, and I should probably visit the rest of them this summer. As for the village and town, the town of Geneseo was established in 1789 before the formation of Livingston County. Settlement began shortly after James and William Wadsworth arrived in 1790. The brothers came to the Genesee Valley from Connecticut as agents of their uncle, Colonel Jeremiah Wadsworth, to care for and sell the land he purchased. The Wadsworths were participants in the negotiations of the Treaty of Big Tree between Robert Morris and the Senecas at the site of Geneseo in 1797. Geneseo, as well as nearby Mount Morris, were part of the Morris Reserve that Morris held back from his sale of much of western New York to the Holland Land Company. The village of Geneseo became the county seat of Livingston County in 1821 and was incorporated in 1832. The State Normal School, now SUNY Geneseo, opened in 1871. You'll see some of that in the future of this video. A portion of the village was designated a National Historic Landmark by the United States Department of the Interior in 1991. By 1835, the village consisted of 83 families, and the streets were Main, 2nd, North, South, Center, and Temple Hill. And the village grew steadily, and in the 1850s, Elm Street was opened, but don't tell Freddie. The advent of the National Normal School in 1871 brought a surge of development, and Oak Street opened in late 1880s. The private Temple Hill Academy, part of which still stands on Temple Hill Road, educated Chester A. Arthur, among others. During the Civil War, Union soldiers trained at Camp Union, located at what is now the corner of Lima Road and Rohrbach Lane. During World War II, a prisoner of war camp was built in Geneseo. It housed mostly Italian soldiers. In its addition of Geneseo to the National Register of Historic Places in 1991, the National Park Service had to say it's one of the most remarkable preserved villages in northwestern New York. Geneseo is one of the best examples of picturesque architecture and town planning, as expounded by American landscape architect Andrew Jackson Downing in his enormously popular and influential books. The cohesive quality of the surviving town displays a textbook of styles, and it's almost unique in American architectural history. The relatively sophisticated and imposing structures included in the district reflect the village's early 19th century prosperity as a marketplace for the valley's farming communities. The Valley of the Genesee is wide and fertile, with some of the best agricultural land in New York, but it was prone to flooding, and Geneseo suffered several bad floods until the Army Corps of Engineers constructed of the Mount Morris Dam upstream of the community in the 1950s. Agriculture is still a large contributor to Geneseo's economy, but many use the area as a bedroom community for jobs in the Rochester area to the north. The village of Geneseo is governed by a mayor and 4 trustees. The Association for the Preservation of Geneseo is a civic organization dedicated to preserving, improving, and restoring the places of civic, agricultural, and historic interest to Geneseo, and to educate members of the community to their agricultural and historical heritage. So let's talk about the bear in the room, or rather the bear in the middle of the town. The statue was commissioned by Herbert and William Austin Wadsworth as a memorial to their mother, Emma Lynn, in mid-1880s, according to a history of the statue on the SUNY Geneseo website. This beloved statue depicts a small bear hugging a light pole atop a sandstone pedestal. The pedestal stands in the center of a circular granite fountain. Emma Lynn, Geneseo's iconic bronze bear, stands atop that fountain in the center of the village and has been through more traffic accidents than one bear should live through. It's practically unbearable. You can also find the National Warplane Museum in Geneseo. I filmed one of her air shows, and you can also find that link in the description.